You're listening to IsReal News, 3 daily briefings on the Middle East and on global developments.
From IsReal News, this is the morning briefing for Sunday, April 19th. President Donald Trump is issuing a new ultimatum to Iran as the ceasefire nears its expiration on Wednesday. Trump says a deal will be reached the easy way or the hard way, and warns that if Iran does not sign, the United States could resume bombing. He also says Iran has agreed to hand over its enriched uranium and stop supporting Hamas and Hezbollah, but warns of military action over what he calls any serious violation of the ceasefire. From Tehran, the message is mixed. Iran's parliament speaker says the region came within minutes of direct military confrontation during talks in Islamabad. He says Iran was just 15 minutes away from attacking a U.S. minesweeper operating in the Strait of Hormuz, calling the American naval blockade amateurish and foolish. At the same time, he says there has been progress in the talks, while acknowledging major gaps remain over Iran's nuclear program and freedom of navigation in Hormuz. One of the biggest disputes remains Iran's enriched uranium stockpile. Trump tells CBS that Iran has in principle agreed to remove all enriched uranium from its territory and cooperate with the United States on the issue. He says there would be no need for ground troops and that the material would be taken out with Iran's cooperation under an agreement, but adds that the United States can do it the other way if necessary. There are also signs of a power struggle inside Iran. The foreign minister is under unusually heavy criticism after saying the Strait of Hormuz was open to commercial traffic under the ceasefire. Media outlets linked to the Revolutionary Guard accused him of creating confusion and handing Trump a public relations victory. Soon after, Revolutionary Guard forces attacked commercial vessels and signaled that the strait remained effectively closed without Iranian approval. The fallout is deepening questions over who is really in charge in Tehran. According to an assessment by the Institute for the Study of War, Revolutionary Guard commander Ahmad Vahidi and his allies have effectively taken control not only of Iran's military response, but also of its negotiating position with the United States. That would mark a major shift away from the political leadership and toward the military wing. Vahidi is described as a longtime hardliner with senior military and political experience. His name has also long been tied to international allegations of terrorism, including the 1994 bombing of the Jewish Community Center in Buenos Aires, where 85 people were killed. In Lebanon, concern is growing that Hezbollah may be trying to undermine the ceasefire and disrupt direct talks with Israel. Lebanese political sources say the attack on a UNIFIL force in southern Lebanon, which killed a French soldier, may be the first in a series of incidents that could put the ceasefire at risk. Israel's military says Hezbollah was responsible for the attack. Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem is making clear that his group is not standing down. He says Hezbollah fighters will remain in the field with their hands on the trigger and will respond to violations. A journalist close to Hezbollah warns that if the Lebanese government gives in to Israeli demands, the country could face internal chaos even more dangerous than the war itself. In the United States, Democratic Senator John Fetterman is sharply criticizing his own party, saying it has a serious antisemitism problem. In an interview with CNN, Fetterman says too many voters are willing to overlook extremist symbols and anti-Israel rhetoric. He says he is proud to stand with Israel, even if he is the last one left standing in his party. Back in Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's court testimony scheduled for Monday is canceled after judges approve his request due to what are described as security and diplomatic constraints. Prosecutors objected, saying there was no urgent concrete need to delay, but the court accepted the request. In Europe, authorities are investigating suspected sabotage involving baby food. Austrian officials say rat poison is found in jars of high PP baby food sold in more than 1,000 Spar stores. Similar toxic material is also detected in the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Police and the manufacturer say it appears to be an external criminal act, possibly linked to an extortion attempt. And in sports, Israeli judoka Raz Hershko has secured the country's third medal at the European Judo Championships in Georgia. She advances to the final and will compete later today against France's Léa Fontaine in the over 78-kilogram division. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.
Follow IsReal News for 3 daily briefings. Fast, factual, and to the point.